Welcome back to Wheel Rever, and there's something about the name Royal Enfield that stirs the soul of any motorcycle enthusiast. A name forged in fire, built in war, refined by time, and carried forward on the back of countless adventures. And in 2026, the legacy gets a brand new chapter. This is the Royal Enfield Flying Flea S6, a modern reincarnation of a wartime legend with the spirit of freedom and agility packed into every curve. Welcome to Wheel Rever, a day where rubber meets road, and machines become myth. Today, we're diving deep into what makes the 2026 Flying Flea S6 not just a motorcycle, but a story on two wheels. Buckle up, because this is going to be one beautiful ride. The original Flying Flea, the WW2-125, was built during World War II. Lightweight, compact, and rugged, it was dropped out of aircraft in parachute-cradled cages to help soldiers on the battlefield. Fast forward 80 years, and Enfield has brought back that spirit with the S6. A modern-day tribute with classic DNA and 21st century engineering. Now let's talk about that design. From the first glance, the Flying Flea S6 uses retro charisma. The teardrop-shaped fuel tank, the single-seat saddle with optional pillion, the twin exhausts flanking either side, and that military-inspired matte paint job. It's vintage done right. But don't be fooled. This isn't a nostalgia trip. This is a bike that means business. Built on Royal Enfield's newly developed FeatherLite chassis, a high-tensile steel frame with aluminum substructures, the S6 weighs just under 140 kilograms curb. That's incredibly light by modern standards, and even more remarkable when you feel how solid it is underneath you. That lightness translates directly to agility. Whether you're weaving through city traffic or carving tight corners on a country road, this bike feels nimble, responsive, and playful. Under the hood, or rather, beneath the tank, you'll find a brand new, air and oil-cooled 349cc single-cylinder engine. Royal Enfield fans will recognize this as a heavily tuned version of the J platform motor, now dubbed the JX350. But the magic is in the tuning. Producing 26.5 horsepower and 28 Nm of torque, the S6 may not sound like a rocket ship on paper, but let me tell you, it pulls with gusto. The torque curve is smooth and flat, giving you usable grunt right from the lower RPMs. It's not about blistering top speeds, it's about feeling connected. The 5-speed gearbox is slick, gear changes are buttery, and there's just enough mechanical thrum to make you smile. This bike wants to be ridden, not raced. It's ideal for Sunday cruises, backroad exploration, or daily commutes where every red light is a chance to feel that signature Enfield thump. Moving to suspension, the front features 41mm telescopic forks, while the rear has a dual gas-charged shock setup with adjustable preload. It's not off-road grade travel, but it's enough to handle rough patches, gravel roads, and potholes with grace. The ride is plush without being floaty. Comfort was clearly a priority here, and it shows. Braking duties are handled by a 300mm front disc with a dual piston caliper and a 240mm rear disc. Dual-channel ABS comes standard, and it kicks in just when you need it, and no drama, no intrusive engagement. That lightweight frame once again plays a role here. The stopping power is sharp and predictable, making it confidence-inspiring even for newer riders. Royal Enfield has taken a thoughtful approach to the electronics package. It's minimalist but modern. You get a semi-digital instrument cluster, a classic analog speedo paired with a small digital readout for fuel, trip, gear position, and time. It supports Bluetooth connectivity for turn-by-turn navigation, which is a welcome touch. No overkill, just the essentials. One unique element worth noting: the Kickstarter is back. Yes, a full electric start is standard, but Royal Enfield has added a functional Kickstarter for those who want that old-school experience. It's more than a gimmick, it's a conversation starter, and in a pinch, a real backup. Tire setup is also worth applauding. 18-inch spoke wheels, shod with dual-purpose rubber, enough grip for tarmac, but just enough tread to play on trails or fire roads. Tubeless, thankfully. thanks to modern rim tech. It's one of those nods to practicality that reminds you Royal Enfield knows its riders. The ergonomics are dialed in. A low seat height of just 780mm makes it approachable for riders of all sizes. Wide handlebars offer leverage, and the upright posture means long rides are easy on your back. You sit on the bike, not in it, a throwback to the original Flea, and a stance that invites exploration. Let's talk about the sound. Oh, that sound. The Flying Flea S6 doesn't roar, it purrs, barks, and occasionally growls. The exhaust note has been tuned to give you that deep, signature Enfield beat, but with a slightly higher rev ceiling. It also gets a satisfying crackle when pushed. Not obnoxious, just intoxicating. Now, let's hit on pricing. The 2026 Flying Flea S6 is priced at $4,995. That slots it right in the middle of the modern classic segment, but with far more charisma and uniqueness than most rivals. Considering the build quality, heritage, and features, it's a very compelling value proposition. Customization is another huge win. Royal Enfield's ME platform offers over 40 official accessories for the S6A, including saddlebags, bar and mirrors, fly screens, engine guards, luggage racks, and even paint schemes. You can build a Flea that's a pure commuter, an urban scrambler, or a minimalist tourer from the same foundation. So who is the Flying Flea S6 really for? It's for the rider who appreciates stories, who values character over spec sheets, who smiles more at patina than plastic. It's for the explorer, the urban adventurer, the nostalgic soul, or the weekend wanderer who wants a bike that's light, soulful, and genuinely fun. Royal Enfield has done something rare with the Flying Flea S6. They've revived a name from history, not as a marketing stunt but as a carefully crafted homage. It's not the most powerful, not the most high-tech, and not trying to be either. What it is authentic, and that, in 2026, is more revolutionary than ever. So whether you're new to riding or just looking to add the modern classic to your garage, the Flying Flea S6 deserves a serious look. It's the kind of bike that doesn't shout for attention. It just turns it. Every time you fire it up, every time you lean into a curve, and every time someone asks, "Hey, what is that bike?" That's the 2026 Royal Enfield Flying Flea S6A. Small in size, big in heart, and absolutely packed with soul. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more honest, in-depth motorcycle reviews right here on Wheel Reverend. Drop your thoughts below. Would you ride the Flying Flea? Or maybe you already have. Let us know. Until next time, ride safe, ride free.